Well, I'm about to get started on behind the scenes NEOTERIX. So, this is the first time I'm recording on this setup, which is pretty cool, but it's also pretty confusing because I'm surrounded with so many images of myself right now. Let's see, let me go ahead and clear this off. I had to turn the screensaver off. And I'm going to go ahead and minimize this before we get started. So I'm recording this image exactly as you see it. Oh, let me back up. Welcome to NEOTERIX Behind the Scenes. So what is NEOTERIX? NEOTERIX means new thinking. And I think we'd all agree that we need some new thinking. But in all fairness, not everything is going to be exactly new. In fact, some of the thinking is going to be thousands of years old. Let me go ahead and set a timer here. Out of respect to you all and myself, I'm going to go ahead and set a time limit of 5 minutes. I'd like to make that the limit of my length of my videos. And this is the first video I've ever made, so forgive me for all of the crudeness. This is not how I was expecting to start. But given the times that we live in, I've got to launch NEOTERIX with where I'm at right now. I think we're all using the term pivot, so I'm pivoting into this. Let me start by saying I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm not selling you anything. I'm building a company, and it's an internet-based digital communication company, and it's built around an idea, a set of thinking called NEOTERIX. NEOTERIX means new thinking. Quite simply defined, NEOTERIX is thinking much more broadly than anybody at this day and age is speaking, and considering our problems from the perspective that they need to be considered from. They need to be considered from a much bigger perspective. If there is one essence of NEOTERIX, it's viewing all of our problems from a much larger perspective. Now, this perspective is so large that undoubtedly it's going to be way ahead of its time. NEOTERIX transcends all national boundaries, all political divisions, all racial divides, okay? When you view our problems from a much bigger perspective, all of these smaller issues tend to melt away. And so for that very reason, I expect NEOTERIX to be attacked from every side. If I can sway one, well, it's not a matter of swaying, it's a matter of accepting, because the truth of NEOTERIX in a much broader perspective cannot be denied once these ideas are actually brought forth. This is the behind the scenes of NEOTERIX, and kind of it had its origins. Well, let me back up. This has been a company I've been building for some time, a media company. I just didn't expect it to take this form. But the beauty of having a communications company is that I think of it as a stem cell. It's a stem cell company that can morph into anything. And at this point right now, I'm going it alone because I have to. But I can already envision a company with similar to an octopus, you know, with the main idea of NEOTERIX taking on many forms and many areas of concern, but all built on a central foundation of ideas. Starting out with the Facebook idea, though, somebody posted a while back, weeks, how fast time is moving right now. So here's our situation, blah, blah, blah. and kind of challenge, what are you doing about it? So NEOTERIX, while it was already in formation, has pivoted in this new direction towards trying to promote this idea of new thinking. And so to begin with, let me show you, every good company needs a nice logo. So that was the first thing I developed. And this actually took months with a graphic designer. So let me give you a quick flash of it. So you can see the NEOTERIX logo. You can't see me, but presumably you can hear me. We'll cut back to me. Actually, let me cut back to the logo. Remember this, I don't know what I'm doing, so forgive me. But this is my very first video. I'm terrified. I'm not at all equipped for this. But presuming you can see this, you see the logo. It has a globe shape for a reason, because these ideas are global. NEOTERIX intends to be global in its reach. At the top you see three words: vision, action, belief. Somebody came into my office and looked around at what I've done here, and they said, wow, this is what action looks like. I'm going to have to turn this. So much for the 5-minute limit. I'm cutting myself off here. So this is what action looks like. And I said, yeah, it started with a vision. Everything in life starts with a vision. And then somebody has to believe in that vision, right? And then from there, those two steps mean nothing. I need to turn the screensaver off on this computer that's hosting this image. It means nothing to have vision, belief, if you're not willing to do something about it. And that is basically the origins of NEOTERIX. Somebody putting a challenge up on Facebook, saying, what are you going to do about this current situation, environmental situation, social divide, racial divide? So, here it is, NEOTERIX.